Welcome back, Sebastian here, and today I'm going to be doing my preview for the Scuderia Ferrari's 2024 Formula One season. So, of course, Ferrari's been in the news a lot recently, of course, with the signing of Lewis Hamilton. Of course, that's all for 2025, and of course the team has to try to focus on 2024, where of course their two drivers are Charles Leclerc, who re-signed that massive long-term contract, rumored to be going until 2029, and Carlos Sainz, who of course is being replaced with Lewis Hamilton starting next year. Now, for Leclerc, finished 5th in the Drivers' Championship last year. 26 years of age, he'll be going into his 7th season of Formula One and his 6th season with Ferrari, making him already one of the longest tenure drivers in Ferrari history. For Sainz, 7th this past year in the Drivers' Championship. 29 years of age, he's going into his 10th season of Formula One. Seems like a very long time for a guy who's still on the younger side of 30. And he'll be going into his 4th season with Ferrari. Taking a look at their career stats, for Leclerc, 123 races, 1,074 points, 30 podiums, 23 pole positions, only 5 wins from those 23 pole positions, and of course 0 championships. For Sainz, 183 races, 982.5 points, thanks Spa 2021, 18 podiums, 5 poles, 2 wins, and no championships. And for Ferrari, the constructor, it's been a bit of an up and down ride last 4 seasons. 2020 we know was an absolute disaster. Of course, last year with Sebastian Vettel at the team, they had to change their engine very late, basically effectively in 2020. Given that the season started in the summer. 131 points, 6 in the constructors. Their worst finish in the constructors, I believe, since the either early 90s or late 80s, somewhere around there. Or even it might have even been like 1980. Percentage of points finishes, only 50%, pretty bad. They were pretty much a midfield team that year. 2021, 323.5 points. 3rd in the constructors, a pretty solid rebound from that awful 2020. Percentage of point finishes, 86%. So honestly, a really reliable car, finished in the points more than in 2022 or in 2023. Of course, not high point finishing positions, but still in the points. 2022, of course, new regulations. That first season, I would say the first third of the season, the Ferrari were arguably the strongest car. But of course, because of development and the technical directive, we all know what happened there. Things didn't really go to plan, and the title challenge kind of fell apart by summer break. But they ended up with 554 points, 2nd in the constructors, and finished in the points 80% of their races. And then 2023, I think they were kind of stuck developing a car that was based on the concept before the technical directive. So it was really a half-baked car, didn't really have what they would have wanted with a clear slate. 406 points. They started off not particularly great in race pace, but it definitely got better through the second half of the season. 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, not too far off 2nd, and in the points, 77% of the races. So for Ferrari, I think they're really going to be looking to try to build on that and move forward, and potentially, I think, challenge for wins. I'm not going to say a championship yet, but of course things could change with testing. And Ferrari have always been a team for like the last 10 years. Basically, they've been a very solid bet for 2nd or 3rd in the Constructors' Championship. Now, taking a look at some of the key personnel on the team, team principal, Fred Vasseur, of course, has been there since the 2023 season. This will be his 2nd season. Of course, this will be his first car where he's had a lot more of a role in helping to kind of lead the team forward building this car. They don't really have a technical director according to the Wikipedia page, but they have different people in charge of different departments. So Enrico Cardillo in charge of chassis, Enrico Gualtari in charge of engine, Fabio Montecchi in charge of the vehicle side, chassis vehicle side as well, and then Enrico Rocca in charge of manufacturing. Three guys named Enrico there, so maybe perhaps you need to be named Enrico to be a technical director at Ferrari. All kidding aside, I think the technical side at Ferrari has always been very strong, I think given how much turnover we've seen with team principals the last couple of years and what's possibly going on with Red Bull, I think Vasseur kind of being that stable force there, he'll be. I think I'm really curious to see how it goes. Of course, Ferrari engine being Ferrari and all. I think they're pretty optimistic for the season. I'm not at this point. I'm not going to say challenging for the championship, but I think a handful of wins, maybe a best case scenario 4 to 5 wins. I think they'd be pretty happy with. Of course, they'd want the championship, but I think still, rebuilding kind of from the second half of 2022 and how things went there. I think that would be seen as a decent result. So that's all for my preview of Ferrari's 2024 F1 season. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.